Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Today we are going to start chapter number 4, that is History of Pakistan. And the most important topic in this chapter is the initial problems. So before coming to the topic, let me explain you some background that why the creation of Pakistan is important in the history of Pakistan. We all know that the emergence of Pakistan on 14th August 1947 is considered to be an important event due to these reasons. Number one, the establishment of Pakistan by constitutional and political efforts. Number two, liberation from British slavery. And number three, establishment of a new state with the name of Pakistan in British India. Why with the name of Pakistan? Because due to the name of Pakistan, the Muslims could be recognized separately. Now, after the establishment of Pakistan, it faced many different problems, like administrative, political, economic, and social, from every walk of life and from the very first day. So among them, we will discuss here few ones. So number one is state and administrative problems. After the partition, the Hindu-Muslim riots were started in different parts of India, because Hindus insisted Muslims to leave India only with their lives, and they took all the necessities from them. So as a result, a great number of Muslims migrated from Indian territories to Pakistan and vice versa. Another problems that Muslims faced, that was the lack of trained staff. Such a huge shifting of population created many problems for Pakistani government, because most of the clerks, officers, doctors, teachers, and experts of other departments were migrated to India. So the country faced deficiency of the technical people in different walks of life. And this was not an easy job for the government to overcome this deficiency, as Karachi was designated as the capital of Pakistan, and there was no government buildings and offices available to them. So that's why for the offices, the military barracks were utilized. The next is the problem of assets. According to the division of assets, 75 crore rupees came as a share of Pakistan, but unluckily only 20 crore rupees were paid to Pakistan. Pakistan also did not receive the due share of the military assets, and this dishonest attitude put Pakistan into great difficulties. The next problem that Pakistan faced is the canal water dispute. We know that most of the rivers flowing in Pakistan have their origin in India. And on 1st April 1948, the Indian government closed the headworks of Pakistani canals without any information, which destroyed the Pakistan agriculture. And this supply of water then restored by approach of Pakistan to United Nations for the permanent solution, and with the help of the World Bank, the Indus Basin Treaty, then it was signed between the two countries in 1960. And according to this Indus Basin Treaty, the western tributaries, that is Indus, Jhelum, and Chenab, they came in the share of Pakistan, and the eastern rivers Sutlej, Beas, Ravi, they came as a share of India. In this way, the canal water dispute was solved. Another problem was the constitutional problem. It was also the political problem for Pakistan. As we know that after the establishment of Pakistan, the most important issue was the constitution making, because in the absence of constitution, the system of the state cannot run for much time. Therefore, after the establishment of Pakistan, the Government of India Act 1935 and the Act of 1947 with certain amendments was adopted in the country as an interim constitution. And then the new constitution was the process of the new constitution was handed over to the Constituent Assembly. And then first Constitution Assembly was held in Karachi on 11th August 1947 under the presidentship of Joginder Nath Mandal, and Quaid-e-Azam was the president of this assembly. Then refugees problem. This was another great problem for Pakistan. According to the estimate of the government of Pakistan, about 6.5 million Muslims from India to Pakistan and 5.5 million Indians fled from Pakistan to India. Among them, 5.2 million were from East Punjab, 0.36 million came from Delhi, and 0.5 million were assassinated during the migration, and they were also kidnapped during on the way. About 2,68,000 people migrated from KPK to India, and 22 million Indians from India to KPK. And in this way, the Pakistan population increased by 1 million. And the permanent rehabilitation of the refugees was not an easy job for Pakistan, because the provision of food, residence, medical aid, and job, etc., all were necessary to these people. The next problem is geographic and defense problem. If we see geographically, so Pakistan has great importance because it is located in such part of the world where it is connected with China and India on one side, and on the other side with Afghanistan and Iran. And in addition, Pakistan is located on the junction of the Central Asia. So that's why its importance further increased. So Pakistan was worried for its defense of our boundaries from the very first day, because there was not only the distance of 1600 kilometers between East and West Pakistan, but there was India between these two pockets. And we know that Pakistan was not in good relations with India. And on the other side, Pakistan was economically and militarily was not strong, because modern weapons, airplanes and marine planes and other war equipments with Pakistan were equal to none. So the country faced the defense problem from the very first day. The next problem was the economic problem. Those areas which came as a share of Pakistan, they were very backward areas in agriculture, and Pakistani government had to provide the economic stability to their people. There were total 921 industries in Indo-Pak, and only 34 industries were given to Pakistan. And these industries mostly were the cottage industries, and they were not well developed. And there was also the lack of minerals. Only the trade product, or you can say the utilized product, was the jute products, which was there in East Pakistan. That was 70%, and the profit was much of the profit was cut from this crop. So these all were the problems which Pakistan had to face initially. There were another problems as well, that is like Kashmir issue, the accession of states, and the name of the capital or the name of the country. These all were certain issues like electricity problem, communication problem. So that's why these were all the major problems that Pakistan faced initially. So at the last, we can conclude that although it had no resources to build up its administrative machinery, but the supreme efforts which were made by the Quaid-e-Azam and his colleagues to tackle with this situation, and his golden principles, unity, faith and disciplines, gave the way to Pakistan for their bright future. Thank you so much. That's all for today.